The X Caddis was created by Craig Mathews to imitate emerging caddis around the Yellowstone area. It is one of the easiest dry flies you will ever tie. However, when tied to match local caddis, it is deadly almost anywhere during a hatch. Begin the thread near the eye of the hook and lay down a thread base to about the hook barb. Zelon is used for the tail to imitate the shuck on an emerging caddis. Place the Zelon on top of the hook, longer than you will need. Then take 2 loose wraps to keep the Zelon on the hook. Gently pull the Zelon back until the ends are even with where you started your thread. Then take several tight wraps to secure the Zelon in place, making sure you end your thread where the shuck begins. Relax the Zelon so it isn't stretched, and cut it at about half the length of the shank. The body is made out of dubbing. I am using the blue ribbon Zelon dubbing, but nearly any shaggy dubbing will work, and if it has some sparkle in it, even better. Create a dubbing noodle that is about 1 inch or 2 in length, depending on what size of hook you are using. Wrap the bare thread back to the rear until the dubbing begins to catch. Then begin moving the dubbing up the shank, trying to create a slight taper to the body. You may often see this fly tied with a slender body, however, don't be afraid to bulk it up. Caddis bodies tend to be a little thicker than other aquatic insects. Leave a little space between the body and the eye of the hook. When you are finished with the body, don't clean it up. We want lots of fibers sticking out. Craig uses deer hair for the wing, which I am going to do as well. But if you don't have good deer, you can use the same elk hair that you would use for an elk hair caddis. Cut out a clump of hair that is about the width of the hook gap. Clean out the hair by removing any underfur or broken tips and place the clump into your hair stacker. After giving the stacker a few taps, remove the hair so the tips are oriented towards the rear of the fly. Measure the wing so the point where the tips of the hair transition to black is roughly lined up with the bend of the hook. While holding the wing to prevent it from rolling, take several thread wraps to secure it in place. If the hair doesn't flare out, you need to pull a little harder. Once the wing is secure, lock in the individual fibers by taking a few wraps through the butts of the fibers, progressively moving forward until you reach the eye. Pull the hair back and whip finish in front of it. Cut the hair so that the front creates a wedge that transitions fairly smoothly into the wing. The X Caddis has become a staple in my fly boxes, and I always have a good selection of colors and sizes for the summer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing for more like it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I try to reply to all of them. Thanks for watching, and tight lines.